Namaste. In this video, we will learn about the various things we can do in Extrude based boss. So, first of all, what I need to do is create a sketch. So, select this face, click on sketch, press Ctrl plus A to normal the view. After that, draw a circle, or you can click on convert entities. Just select the circle and click on convert entities. As you can see, our sketch is drawn. After that, click on extrude boss base. As you can see, there are various number of commands, but most of the time people don't know what to do with these commands and where to use all these commands and when. So in this video, I will talk you about briefly when to use what kind of command and where. So first of all, let's see. Here first we are going to use midplane. A question that will arise in your mind: what is the purpose of midplane, where and when to use? If you saw my previous videos in which I make mechanism, you will see that I have used a lot of time these mechanism, these plane. For example, select this line. Here you see just a circle, but I want that it extrude on both sides. So what I can do is click on direction 2. As you can see, it now extrude on both sides, but I want that they extrude both sides equally. So how can I do that? There are two ways. The first way is that I extrude a length that I want to extrude from this side and extrude in direction 2 with considering this thickness. As you can see now, the extrusion on both sides are equal, but I don't want to use direction 2. So how can I do this thing again without using direction 2? So uncheck it. What we can do is click on mid plane. After that, click on offset. After that, enter the value, for example 5 mm, and click on reverse. Now as you can see, it extrude on both sides with equal space. I will talk about this in more detail, don't worry. Okay, here just I am explaining the mid plane. Now let's see what other kind of thing you can do in extrude. Click on extrude base boss. For example, somebody say, hey, I want to create a pipe-like structure. So click on thin feature. Here you can see our pipe-like structure is created. The reason this line got selected is because I accidentally select this line. So just okay. So you can what you can do is just click on sketch, click on trim and remove this line. After that, select this line, click on thin feature, enter the thickness as per requirement. Now press Ctrl plus 8. Here you can see our thickness is above the sketch. Now somebody say, hey, I want the thickness is below the sketch. So what I can do is just click on reverse direction. As you can see that the thickness is now invert or below the sketch. Somebody say, hey, I want thickness is in between the plane. So you will choose mid plane. As you can see, so a question will arise your mind, where this kind of command use. For example, you want to create a pipe. Instead of drawing two circles, just create a one circle, either inner diameter or outer diameter, and give it thickness. For example, if you draw inner diameter, then what you need to do is, if you draw inner diameter, so what you need to do is click on this reverse direction. Here you can see, for example, I have drawn the inner diameter, give the thickness, and what I will get, the outer diameter. If I change the direction, what I can get is this is now my outer diameter. For example, if you draw outer diameter and you want and you know the thickness, just type the thickness and what you will get is inner diameter. Here is direction 2. So direction 2 is, so let's see what is direction 2. For example, press Ctrl plus 8. For example, you want that thickness is 5 mm above the surface and 2 mm below this sketch. Okay, so this is where thickness command is used. It depends upon all what kind of drawing you are going to do. Now click on this exit. Here is a thing called merge result, a question that will arise in your mind. What does this thing do? So let me show you what this thing do. For example, select this plane, draw a sketch and extrude it. Click on direction 2. Uncheck this merge result. Let's see what it do. Now when I select this, as you can see, I am selecting this whole extrude. Okay, now right click on it, click on merge result, click OK. Now when I select this, I am not selecting this whole body like previous. So a question will arise in your mind. So what basically happened when you don't click on merge result or click on merge result? When you click on merge result, it basically combines the bodies. When you don't click on it, what will happen? Basically assume that these two are different bodies. It will do a very big effect when you do simulation. You can check out the link in the description where I shown how does when you don't merge the result, what will gonna happen in your simulation. Remember, if you don't click on the merge result, it will not gonna do much in your geometry, but it will gonna have a great effect on the simulation or analysis, whatever you are going to do in future. Now let's see what other kind of things we can do. For example, in this sketch, I have drawn a circle here, but I want that it extrude from this surface to this surface, and the extrusion will cover these faces. So what I can do is click on this extrude base boss. Now as you can see here, you read from sketch plane. So basically what it do, it basically draw the sketch from the plane in which I draw. Here I basically draw this sketch on a right plane, but I don't have any plane to draw on this surface. So how can I reach this surface? There are two ways. First way is offset. So what offset do is basically it just move your sketch at a distance that you draw, so you can extrude up to at that point. So your extrusion start from that point. For example, 30 mm. So the distance from here to here is 30 mm, and your sketch start extrusion at this distance. But I don't want extrude up to this. I just want that my sketch start from this surface, this curved surface. So what I can do it, click on here and click on surface face plane. Now select this face. As you can see, my sketch starts here and the extrusion is 20 mm. Now suppose I want that my extrusion is up to this surface, up to this curved surface. Okay, now what I can do is click on up to surface, select this. Here you can see it just touched the surface and does work perfectly. Now somebody say, hey, I don't want that my pipe like this, I want that it hollows. So enter the thickness as per your requirement and select the surface. Sorry, it will not gonna work. I will tell you later on why it is not working. Okay, now click OK. Here you can see our extrusion is made. Now let's see what will gonna happen when you increase the diameter much more than the requirement. So let's see what it means, what I said. For example, I increase the diameter to this mm. Now click OK. Now click exit. As you can see, I get error. So a question arises in your mind, why I'm getting this error? As you can see, I am not satisfying the conditions. What kind of conditions? For example, let's say sketch plane. As you can see here, my direction is up to surface, but my body is so much big that it can't fully, every area don't get stick to this area. What they are doing, that they're extruding this surface. So because of that, it is not properly catching the surface and stopping the command. So it just extrude much more than I need. Now let's see other kind of things we can do. For example, in this surface, now draw a sketch, press Ctrl plus 8. Now for example, I have drawn this circle. Click on extrude base boss. Now suppose if I try to extrude, my extrude will always go in this direction, but I don't want to extrude in this direction. I want that my extrude is go inclined direction. There are two ways. For example, I can use set command to extrude in such a way, and there is another way. Here you see this blank space, direction of extrusion. Just click on it and select this line. As you can see, it extrude. Now a question will arise your mind, hey, I don't want to extrude at this edge, I want to extrude at other angle, so how can I do that? So to do extrusion at any other angle than that, what you need to do is you need to select a plane. For example, I'm selecting a front plane. Select the front plane, press Ctrl plus 8, draw a sketch, click exit. Now click on extrude base plane, select this circle. Make sure you unselect all circles while doing this extrusion, else you will get a wrong result. Now select this circle. Now select this direction and select this line. Here you can see now extrusion. Okay, it is now extruding at a different angle. So you can manipulate the angle of direction in which you want to extrude as per your requirement by drawing lines. Now let's see another commands. For example, click on extrude, select this circle. Now suppose I want to extrude up to this vertex. So what I can do is click on up to vertex, select this edge. Here you can see, so my extrusion up to this edge. Now there a command is called offset from surface. So what this command do is basically select this face. Here you can see, okay, make it for 0. So basically offset command, what does this what does this command do is, for example, I select a surface, it extrude up to that surface, but at a certain distance it stop. Press Ctrl plus 8. Okay, I select the wrong plane, select this face, press Ctrl plus 8. Sorry, my bad. Offset from surface, select this face. Mm. As you can see that the extrusion is 20 mm below this surface. Remember, there are two commands, that is up to surface. If you want that your extrusion is just up to that surface exactly, then you use up to surface. If you want that your extrusion below that surface, okay, then you use offset from surface. Okay, so here you see a thing called reverse effect. So when you click on reverse effect, as you can see, my extrusion go 77 mm above this surface. This is what called reverse effect. If I check it, my extrusion is below 77 mm from the surface that I selected. Okay, and there is a translate effect will just nothing, just orient as per the requirement. Now click on blind, click on draft. As you can see, what draft do is basically gives drafting an angle. Now suppose someone say, hey, I want draft at outward direction, so just click on outward. Here you get the draft outward. Or let me show you one thing. uh, Select this plane, press Ctrl plus 8, draw a sketch, click on extrude. Now click on draft, let's say angle 30°, click on draft outward. Now click on direction 2, make sure your draft is off. Now extrude. Here you can see I create a bolt-like structure by using extrude. By just drawing a simple circle, I create a bolt-like structure by just a single circle. Okay. I already told all this command what this command do, and I already completed all this command. Maybe just one or two left. Let me tell you what they can do. Click on this surface. Sorry, first exit the sketch, click on the surface, click on sketch, press Ctrl plus 8, draw the circle or any other thing as per your requirement, click on extrude. Now there is a command called up to body, so select the body on which you want to extrude. A question will arise in your mind, what is the difference between up to body and up to surface or vertex? Basically, for example, when you do assembly, you want that extrusion is up to that body. A body can be a different shape, and when to click on up to surface, your extrusion changes the way of surface as per the requirement. For example, let me show you. For example, first reduce the sketch size. Now click OK. Extrude up to surface. So this is called up to surface. When I click on up to body, so it's a reach up to the body with whichever the first comes. Okay, remember when you click on the body, it also convert up to the whatever the shape, but whichever the come first. But in case of up to surface, it just touch where you click the surface. Remember the difference, as it will make a problem. And offset from surface, what it basically do, here you can see this is offset from the surface. Now a question will arise in your mind, what does this translate surface do? Watch this area's surface carefully. When I click on translate surface, here you see what happening. This is what basically translate surface do. It just basically the extrusion surface is basically convert or adapting totally to this surface. This is what a translate surface command do. I hope you like this video, and there are many other cool videos. For example, there are many cool videos. For example, no linear simulation you can watch if you don't know how to do no linear simulation analysis. It is a very cool video. You get a full detail or depth how to do it. And if anybody want to learn how to do fluid simulation, there are various link in the description. And if anybody want to know how to use the extrude command that I just told, so I basically prefer you learn from mechanism. I have made various mechanism and I use all this command, so I prefer you watch the mechanism to learn all these things, how to learn and how to make and how to adapt it to these commands. I hope you like this video. If you have any doubts and queries, make sure you comment and like, subscribe and share this video to motivate us. Thanks for watching and have a great day. Namaste.